Ubisoft actually forgot the OG. What is this?
Now and Yasuke. Wait, they have all the stuff.
Yeah?
They don't have my freaking boy? What, did they just forget about their freaking heritage, dude? Their origins? Dude, did they forget who made them who they are?
Me! Ezio! Ezio Auditore!
Ezio Auditore da Firenze! Where's my boy? This is so
damn.
bullshit.
By the way, absolute fucking aura. Like 100% fucking aura. Yeah, this is the guy, man. Like, how do you go from like this to some of the other bullshit that they had, man? This is amazing. Yeah, I never played the game with him, but no, it's true. And also Ubisoft, I think that there's new news with Ubisoft, if y'all can believe this. Maybe I forgot, but let me go back and see if I can search this. Ubisoft. There's something stupid happened. I forgot what it was. Not this. This isn't the stupid thing, if you can believe that. Copy strike videos that criticize the new Assassin's Creed DLC. Oh, that's right. Yes. So they canceled the Assassin's Creed. There we go. Ubisoft no longer has plans to launch a second major Assassin's Creed Shadows expansion. Oh, man. Ooh. I wonder why? I don't know. I think it probably, you know, they were having accounting problems at the company. That's why they had to delay the earnings report. And I think what happened is that they're worried that they would make too much money that the accountants wouldn't be able to keep up with all the numbers. So they're not going to release the new DLC because they're worried about making too much money. I think that's the only way it can make sense, right? I mean, I don't know what else it could be. I mean, because, you know, according to Twitter and a few gaming websites, they said Assassin's Creed was overperforming. They said Shadows was overperforming. So if it's so overperforming, why'd they cancel the DLC? So Shadows first and now seems only major expansion. Let me go back. An apology to fans for the game's delay. Ubisoft said it would gift the claws of Awanje for free. So they're even giving away the DLC, but fans still assumed a second major expansion would follow at some point. So let's see here. As of now, at this moment for year 2, what is this, Kamala Harris speech? There is no expansion on the size of Awanje that is planned. So this is the associate game director. There we go. Caveated his answer by noting some exceptional examples in the past where Ubisoft changed its plans. Yeah, sure, but it seems like that's not what's going to happen. But currently it seems that no second expansion is in the cards, and there's no suggestion that Shadow's post-launch plans will extend to a year 3. It's an extremely surprising decision by Ubisoft, which followed up the launch of 2007 Creed's Assassin's Creed Shadows. So it's not a surprise at all. There's nothing that's surprising about this. So let me explain the reason why it's not surprising. It's because the game was a colossal failure and it lost them tons of money. So why would they want to make more content for a game that's a failure? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, duh. Like, of course. And this is the problem, is that this is sad because, like, the journalists, if I look at, let me go back here if I can find it. Where did it go? Yes. I want to make sure that I get the quote, get it right. And no, it's not that. Okay, let me go back, see if I can find another one. Where did it go? I don't know where it is. And this is the earnings report. Yes, okay, here we go. So this is what Ubisoft said about Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft said its Assassin's Creed franchise, including March's Assassin's Creed Shadows, was overperforming and generated 211 million session days, 35% higher than the last 2 years' average. The company, this is what tells you even more than this does, though. The company did not provide specific sales figures for Shadows. So, let's get this straight, right? So, you have Assassin's Creed, and then you have Assassin's Creed Shadows inside of here, right? So all of this is Assassin's Creed. This is Assassin's Creed Shadows. So basically, they said that this was overperforming, right? But journalists went and they said that this was overperforming. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's because they're fucking retarded and they don't know how to read. That's the reason why it happened. So as soon as you understand that, everything makes sense. Because they didn't really get it. Like, they don't know how to read. And they're lying to you. This is the thing that I think is so funny, is that everybody is like, and I remember, this is what I said, right? And y'all remember, like, let's go back. We're going to just go back just at 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, something like that. And we're going to find it real quick. Where's it at? Yeah. So this was a tweet from a couple of days ago. Solid boycott, lads. See you next season. Let's see what Aqua's talking about with the Assassin's Creed delay now. Or the cancellation. He didn't say anything. Damn, that's crazy. Man, that's too bad. Damn, so he didn't say anything about it. Wow. You're being generous. They're lying propagandists. I think that, yeah, you're right. I mean, they're definitely misrepresenting it. They want to push their worldview, and woke games are dope. Yeah, exactly. And so they're not stupid. It's deliberate. You're right. It's probably a little bit deliberate, too. And so anyway, that's not how stock markets work. There's way more overpriced stock than how the world of the game is doing. We need to worry of simple answers, complex questions. Don't worry, this comes from place cooperation, not conflict. I mean, Michael's right to a degree, but, you know, again, like, if the game was overperforming, like, it's a 35% increase on your biggest franchise, and the stock's still going down, like, bro. Like, I'm not, like, find me other games where that's happening. Find me other companies where that's happening. Like, it's not true. Like, I mean, again, somebody can come up with that, like, if you think that's true, give me other counterexamples. Because whenever NCSoft released Throne of Liberty, their stock went down. They released Aeon, their stock went down. Let's see, Blizzard released a good game, right? Their stock went up. Like, that's it. And so things go up and down based off of how good the product is, right? It's that simple. Yeah, where's the proofs for it? Because I feel like there's definitely a definitive correlation there. But anyway, my point is that this is somebody that was coping. And I said if this is actually true, stock would have recovered massively. Instead, it's down by 90%. So we have people that were lying and trying to put a distorted, false worldview. And now it's over. They've canceled the DLC. I'm feeling pretty good about that, boys. Feeling pretty good about that. And this is the funny thing, is that all of the people that try to lie and fight me and get mad about things that I say, this is the reason why I don't really take it personally, is because I know that inevitably what I say will happen. This is inevitable. Like, it doesn't matter how much lying, gaslighting, and delusion you want to go through. The inevitable reality is that games like Assassin's Creed Shadows will fail because at their very core, take out all of social messaging, any sort of like woke DEI stuff. At its very core, Assassin's Creed Shadows was a bad game. It was. It was a bad game. It's almost like the market expects a company to bring out a very successful game to get more valuable. Yes, of course. Yeah, they're bragging about 200 million session hours. Well, that's the thing, right? Is like, you think about this. So here's a really good way to look at, this is the way earnings reports work, okay? So, and I'm gonna show you guys this. So right here, this is the way that they're doing their earnings reports, okay? This is Ubisoft doing their earnings reports. All right, so inside of this one here, these are total sales. Total sales revenue. All right? So this is inside of total sales revenue. That would be the most objective and easiest to understand piece of data that could be presented, that could show people the biggest bird's eye view understanding of how much money the game is making, right? Very obviously, how much money did you make by selling the game? And then besides that, you also have sold copies, right? So that's inside of that. Then you have sold copies, what do you call it? Hours played. Actually, let me think about this a little bit more, right? A better way for me to explain this. Let's see here. Users. Users of, well, let's see, like a service, right? And so users of service. So what we're getting into here is layers of increasingly higher abstraction, okay? And so This is monthly users. And then inside of monthly users, you have session hours. Do you guys understand the graph that I'm making here? Is that you have to go into so many, so many overlapping concentric circles of obfuscation where you're trying to find one positive metric inside of a circle of lies. So everything can look bad, but whenever you only report on the green that looks good, it's going to look like you're doing well. Do you see kind of what I'm saying here? Is that, and this is the thing right here. This is the thing. Oh, wow, look at this. Such a good boy. Look at you. You get a golden star. And so that's what happens, is that they put that on there and they say, wow, look how great this game is doing. But the reality is that it's awful in all of these other metrics, but they can find one metric that doesn't really matter very much, and that metric can portray the game as doing well. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens inside of these earnings reports. So yeah, seeing they've been ignoring the forest, they're not ignoring the forest, they're hiding the forest. They're hiding the forest from their investors. In my opinion, I think deceptive marketing and deceptive shareholder, deceptive shareholder metrics that are being presented, I feel like it's basically fraud. It is. It's basically fraud. Now, I understand it's very hard to find a way to enforce that, but I really, if you're investing into this company, they're literally just trying to lie to you while they're doing bullshit, right? They're trying to tell you something that's not really accurate and mislead you. So yeah, they're misleading investors. Exactly. How do you have an earnings call? How do you have an earnings call and not report earnings? Well, they do report earnings, but they're reporting earnings as an abstraction. So the reason why is that they're creating, so this is something that bureaucratic retards do inside of companies, is that they create multiple layers of bureaucracy in order to obfuscate from accountability from making mistakes. So what happens is that if you put 10 people's name on one thing, then when something goes wrong, it's hard to dissect that and figure out who really made a mistake. But if you have if you only have one guy that's responsible for one thing, that's the person who's upset about it, and you can go directly to them and say, hey, can you fix this, right? But if you can't do that, the reason why people want that bureaucracy is so they can protect themselves and insulate themselves from the consequences of their own bad actions. And so companies do this by saying that, oh, overall sales are up, whenever that's actually, misleading people on a couple of very key things. Yeah, like you're intentionally contextualizing the data in a way that is misleading. And that's what's happened right here. And I hope you guys can understand this graph, because as soon as you understand this graph, it will give you insight into being able to, I'm trying to think, translate what the earnings reports that these companies do, what they actually mean. As soon as you start seeing people use words like this, bro, they're trying to lie to you. They're trying to get you. They're trying to bullshit you and do whatever it is.